Hello. We are back for episode 10. I think I have mostly gotten a way to solve scheduling issues, so we should be going consistent if scheduling or other things are a problem. Basically, gonna aim for Friday streams. If we can't, we're gonna try and go on Tuesdays. But yeah, we got episode 10. It is time to unmute and say hello.
Our campaign is not Tommy. It is not any of the Nulls. It is not even Lima. It is not even the Spider. It's not even Buttersnake. It is that one fucking cactus.
The one cactus in the middle of the desert.
It finally got into a battle, an epic battle with the tumbleweed.
Hello.
And I got stuck.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I thought.
Are we all ready for episode 10?
Oh boy.
I've been stuck in prison.
somewhat.
Someone needs to get me a recap.
Buttersnake. And my cat is
Yeah.
staring at me menacingly.
I've
Menacing.
just gotta set up one last thing on the map.
Hello.
Explosions.
Today's Tuesday, right?
Yep, today's Tuesday.
Okay. Now,
Alright.
Presley, we could hear you, damn it. Presley!
So, map, why you not load? Roll 20. Are
Why
you not
you-
loading the cool map I made in Incarnate? Dang it.
We see the map. It's this map of the city, right?
It's not loading on my end.
There's you buffering.
Yep, not loading here. Anyway,
Start refreshing.
I'm not gonna do that because that's gonna take a bit. Anyway, last time on Family Memories, the party went to take the fight to the enemy's turf. They found what they thought was the home base of the Tusks of Rage and fought some guards there and ended up fighting the boss, who turned out to be a werebore and took out one Tommy Tinkertoy. However, that is not where we're going to pick off. We're going to pick off in the long-awaited moment in the guardhouse. Zuko.
Buttersnake.
You have been
What?
sitting here for a few minutes. Time's getting a bit wibbly wobbly at this point. It's been hours for the rest of the party, but you've been here for a few minutes before walks in.
It hasn't been an hour yet.
It's been 20, 30 minutes for you before the Archmage walks in. Hello, Mr. Mamba. Do you
Why
still
not,
have a
yeah.
disguise self up?
I think I just make myself look like the blonde guy, typical disguise I have, because I don't want anyone looking at my actual face.
Okay,
Butter toast.
okay, good, because she cast dispel magic on the spell, and your full Yuan-Ti form is revealed.
I point stick at her.
You do not have stick to point.
Oh wait,
They took your
I
equipment off you.
point invisible stick. I point a stick that doesn't exist. I'm just holding my hand like I have a stick.
Muscle memory kicked in.
Do you
Yep.
believe that I will fall for such a trick, Mr. Mamba?
I try to use I try to give myself a true form again. I try to dispel the thing again, but I'm guessing it doesn't work.
Oh, you can use
Hmm.
Mask of Many Faces again. And
I'm
she'll-
gonna use it again just because.
Right?
Though I imagine it's probably very unstable because she just dispelled it for like a second.
You cast Disguise Self again, and she just sighs. I know what you are, Mr. Mamba. I am a master of divination. The door is also locked behind her.
Is there a window?
There is no window.
What do you want?
Just to talk with you, frankly.
If it's about the guard, I thought I made myself clear. I just needed to talk with them. That I just didn't see the point in having to go through your procedures.
Procedures exist for a reason. Mr. Mamba, we are trained in these tactics. We know how to do our job. I would ask at the very least that you give us the respect that allows us to do this.
I give you enough respect when I'm visiting it, patching up your wounded, and you're dying.
You will feel a tug in your mind. One that you remember being placed there by another Archmage.
Yep. I then proceed to just kind of give a straight up, just reluctant glare.
I will not
Are you going?
make use of it, but you are not to harm me, at the very least.
Let me guess. You're gonna put me under another thing like the. I'm guessing I can't mention to the other Archmage what the other Archmage did. Does the
Do
thing
you
does the
do you
Gyaos stop me from talking?
do you try to mention it?
I forgot. Do I take psychic damage for doing so?
You will take psychic damage if. Let me double check the effects of it. Yes, you will take damage if you do something counterintuitive to what the spell's asking.
Cut myself off right when I was about to say it.
The Gaius, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I knew you were a Yuan-Ti spy. I approached the rest of the council with it, and Gerhardt was the one who offered to place it on you. Apologies for it, but we can't have our city, our nation be compromised.
Like we could do much damage.
Do you know what the damage that one spy can do?
Surely not as much as a whole underbelly of a crime organization.
Oh, you could do much, much worse than they could. She will walk up to you. You could tell them exactly where our defenses are, how our defenses operate, and should your people wish to bring an army here, an army that you tell them how strong it needs to be, then there is nothing we can do.
Like we had the numbers for that. We're few. We are not that many.
Caution must be taken with any spy, Mr. Mamba.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, I suppose there are times I sometimes wonder, am I even still doing what I set out to do? let's just say the last party this party I'm involved in has made things a little more complicated.
Indeed. Perhaps it has. But we still cannot take any chances.
Right.
I'm not just doing this for myself, for some idea of honor or power. I'm doing what I do to protect people. To protect.
At least you bring a better case than the last Archmage did. And I hope you won't take it personally when I eventually break this and come through your halls.
Gerhardt cares for his physical power.
I know that much.
Zuko, what are your surface level thoughts right now?
Mostly I can't stand these fucking Archmages.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Roll 20 real quick. Oh, I was taking a bit. There it is. I was like, you're gonna say this is taking a bit to let. There it is. You can now dim the lights. What do you mean dim the lights?
I
What?
believe that's dark mode for the character sheet if you're, or roll 20.
Mm-mm.
It has dark mode now? Okay.
Yeah.
It's dark mode. Dark mode feels way better on the eye, to be honest.
I know.
So, like,
So
black
what was it? A
skin.
wisdom roll?
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Uh, is it against anything in particular?
Uh, right, because you have advantage against magic, don't you?
Yep. +3.
Well, you do. That's just wisdom save. But I'm just checking, right? Because you on T.
Yeah, nah. Wisdom saving throws is +3.
And you have
Plus
advantage
3.
against. This is against a spell, so you will roll at advantage.
Got it.
Because you're on T. Yep. So roll twice and get the higher.
Oh, I ain't having that shit.
I'm really not it.
Natural
I ain't
20.
having that. I'm just kind of self-aware of that shit.
Well,
oh my god. So what happens?
nothing happens.
She
Absolutely
looks
not.
surprised over the fact that whatever she tried failed.
I would say with the natural 20, you know she tried something.
I point my finger as if to aim a magic missile. Like, is there a reason why I shouldn't shoot?
My
You die.
apologies.
Close range where I can't miss.
My apologies. I just. The way you are speaking makes it sound like Gerhardt did not approach you well.
No, he did not.
Then
Unfortunately, I don't have a mind to kill all of you. It might just be him. So, depending on what you may say today, can determine whether or not I come back for you.
my plan, before he volunteered, would have been to ask you and use the Gaius as a safeguard to ensure your nature for deception makes that plan reasonable. Gerhardt, it seems, forced this upon you. That was not my intention.
you were just going to ask me nicely not to harm your little city.
Not just the city, the entire kingdom.
And I'm guessing I can't ever mention any of this to my handler.
You
Let
are
me ask
already
you.
prevented from doing so with the gaze.
That is true. But let me ask you, what do you think is going to happen to me if my handler gets suspicious?
Well, if you're bold enough to challenge me, I assume you can hold your own.
That is true. But fortunately, out of each of these disgusting archmages, I find you to be the most tolerable.
I'm
I
not.
don't know what providence God protects you or whatever, but it could even be this. It could even be something else. But fortunately, I don't hate you enough that I'm considering coming back for your head. And I know full well from observing the party cares for you. So count yourself fortunate you're not on my list.
Very well.
Now, if there's anything else, I believe I have people to tend to. Or would you rather just let those people die? Your call.
I could. We'll finish the process after all. Wouldn't want someone impersonating a guard to roam free, as it were. We'll get it sorted out and get back to you, Mr. Mamba. And she will walk out of the room, and the door closes behind her. In other words, you will be indisposed until you can meet up with the rest of the party when timeline matches up.
Hooray! Time lapse.
Meanwhile, back to the rest of the party. Um, normally I wouldn't ask for this, climbing up a ladder. But you're trying to carry Tommy up the ladder, so I'm gonna need some combined athletics checks. The two guards will help you out. Let me just see what their modifiers are.
Also, don't forget that Lima's also KO because you knocked me out and was carrying me as well.
Oh yeah.
I forgot I weighed 300 pounds
Yep.
Okay,
because
here's
it
the
wouldn't
thing.
let me
I
write
will
heavy.
take Lima. I'll take Lima up first, and then I'll come back down for Tommy.
All right. Both of the guards will use help action on you, so that is it won't be athletics. It'll just be pure strength. Or no, I would say this would count as athletics. You are trying to climb up a ladder carrying a very heavy weight.
Yeah.
And then you will have advantage and +2, or an additional +2 if you choose to rage.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm. Yeah. I'm still kind. I'm still. We're still in that state. So yeah. Ba 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 ba. Huh. Ah, so that's a
So is that
16.
16? Is that with the additional +4 from your advantages?
That's with the additional +4. Yeah, I rolled really low.
Oh,
So here's the thing. The dice kind of
hate
teased
you.
me a bit
Oh yeah, it's
because it spun on nat 20 for 2 seconds and then landed on 6.
digital dice are nice until they do that shit. I will say it takes you about 10 minutes to get Tommy up. It won't be a failure. It'll just delay the time.
Yeah.
Takes you about 10 minutes. At that point, Lima, you're starting to kind of wake up a bit groggily. Um,
I'm
the
a
no-
big boy.
the Knowles and Frederick are all kind of gathered around the trapdoor. As Archon, you are, after enough effort and enough help from the guards, and a lot of it's just kind of trying to finagle how to arrange people so that they can help you support the weight. You are eventually able to make it out.
Yeah. I would think using like some sort of branch or something, we use like a little levee system.
All right. Tommy, you are still unconscious and you will be for a while, just as a heads up.
Boop boop.
The Knolls will all, once Tommy is out, they'll rush over and kind of get around him.
As Lima, after she remembers, Tommy is currently still hurt, so she's gonna quickly kind of let herself between the nose to try to make sure she did all right and make sure Tommy's fully stable and
So,
stuff.
Sam,
Yes?
watching Tommy fight, I noticed that his majority of his punches weren't really doing much damage, right?
Yes. I believe that you definitely saw that it was the radiant damage that was affecting, not the not his actual punches.
I will. Well, once we are all settled, it's like, where? Let's see here. You. I will notion to one of the guards.
Yes.
Can you go get Emma for us?
Yes, I can do that. It'll nod to the other guard and go off. Takes about 10 let's see. About 20 minutes. But then he will come back with both Emma and Zuko.
And then they will obviously see Tommy.
Oh, what just happened to him?
Can we get back to the tower first?
Yes, oh. And she will cast a spell on Tommy and he begins to float up. I cannot control what direction he goes, but we should be able to pull him and it will be easier.
I could move him about.
Excellent.
Tommy's
I
brain
just
looking
needed a
great.
little. I just needed a little help because of you know what he is.
Zuko, you are also there.
Hmm.
Is he?
Ah.
Is he disguised or no?
That's up to
Yeah.
him.
You're disguised.
Yes.
Except for maybe his eyes, but that's about it.
In fairness, you've only ever seen him under disguise.
Fair.
Two disguises. One
Um,
is a pink.
I tried to warn you that wasn't going to work.
I'm just gonna straight up ignore his comment.
If we want to take him to a safe place, the closest area would
Question, am I
be.
still cuffed?
You are not. You are no longer.
I just can't. Wait, I'm guessing the Archmage is there too.
Yes.
I give her a fucking stink eye. With the snake eyes.
If we want to take him to a safe location, the closest place would actually be the Harker residence.
All right, lead the way.
Here's Harker residence.
This is.
Oh, that's Harker residence. Gotcha.
This is a temple to the ancient heart.
Okay, good now.
Hey, so my house is there.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep
It-
doing
it's
the
the
Archmage
it's the
stink
hill
eye the whole
because
time.
Ah, yes. Yes.
all right.
Just the most passive aggressive snake-eyed stink eye.
Stink eye. Is it stink eye if it's from a snake? Is that just
Snake
eye?
Snake Eye. It's a Snake Eye. Let's go that way.
Angie Snake Eye.
All right, so you arrive
Yeah.
at the Harker
Very Angie
residence.
Snake Eye.
Yes.
You're dragging the floating Tommy. It's actually a lot easier than moving him because he's basically got zero grav on him at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you don't have the friction to worry about. You don't have any of that stuff. It's all just inertia.
Yeah. At this point, it's all my movement and my weight.
Yeah, and his weight isn't pushing down, so you just gotta. It's just
Yeah.
getting him moving and then changing direction. But yeah,
It's like one of those carts that's all four wheels that are unlocked.
A
Yeah.
crash cart?
except
Huh?
except it has really heavy stuff in it.
Yes.
It's like a mega crash cart.
So you know, like IKEA cart.
Yes.
IKEA cards. Yes, the IKEA cards.
So you get
Oh.
to the Harker residence. It is empty and somewhat abandoned. How long would you say it's been abandoned for, Andrew?
Probably since Daddy left. To the notes.
Indeed. I'm going to a few months though. Last time.
Hmm.
Yeah, a
Let's go
few
to
few months
Anna's
sounds right.
residence And remember the
Yeah,
gnome
a few
man
months.
that talked a while back.
So there's a few months worth of dust and cobwebs everywhere.
The occasional rat or two.
It's very homely.
One of them has
So-
a little tag.
Archmage Emma.
Yes.
How well do you know the leader?
Not at all. I've not been able to scry him at all, but I did know about his condition.
So
The-
you do know that he's a werewolf.
I did not know the specifics. I was hoping to handle it more discreetly, given he killed the two guards that were guarding you on that day. Sorry, 2 day. Now you guys messed me up on that.
Time is relative.
I'm just looking out the window, or just maybe like paying attention to like photos.
Well,
Not even saying anything.
I noticed something in that fight.
He was immune to physical damage.
Yes.
Thought
Now I'm
this-
not gonna lie. I was going to take up that fight, but I'm kind of glad, but at the same time, it made me realize my uselessness even more.
Can't find a magical weapon if you use your fists.
I'm not trained with any other weapon. These are the only weapons I know.
I'll see what I can do about providing you some method. Fighting him. Trust me, there's ways around it.
I wanted to mention that right now, Lima's right now just sitting next to like Tommy. It's like trying to make sure he's still stable and everything else. You know, just doting over him, make sure everything's alright. What Lima's doing right now.
You've never seen this much damage on him. His chest is ripped open. Inside, you can see a bunch of gears and other mechanisms kind of working a bit. You can see that there's one system that's kind of trying to patch up the wound. And where at the very center of his chest is a golden orb.
No, I'm not. Let's get. I know my role in this world, I am a brawler. Like I said, I know not much of arcane and other stuff. But do you think you could help him out?
I could not. It would take either healing magic or an artificer.
I'm gonna go walk over to Tommy and assess his wounds.
It's roll
Severe.
me a religion check or arcana.
Religion or Arcana? I'm gonna go with Arcana. I have more with that. +4.
Let's see it.
To find out, you
And-
must clap your hands to
Actually,
bring
quick
him to
question.
life.
Can I give? Oh, 16, never mind. Yeah.
16?
14.
14? You can feel that normally healing magic wouldn't work on a construct.
Mhm.
But that golden orb in his chest, that's a soul. And that's why it doesn't work on constructs. Because they don't have a soul.
Can I inspect the soul further without touching it?
It's a soul. It's kind of weirdly captured, but you can tell. And the thing is, for most mortals, the soul is a very abstract concept. It just kind of exists. But you know undoubtedly that this golden light, it has to be a soul. It has to be something
gonna
for
do
healing
a,
magic to latch onto.
I'm gonna actually use some healing magic on Tommy, but I'm not gonna do it in the traditional sense.
All right.
Rather than
What-
like outright say, I'm just gonna literally lean down to his unconscious form and just whisper something into his ear and just kind of use that as a word of inspiration or something.
All right. So, are you giving him bardic inspiration, or are you using healing word?
Healing word.
All right. You use healing word. Roll the HP gained.
Where is my healing word at? There it is. 1d4 plus 3. Please God. Yes!
Ooh,
7 HP.
7. Tommy, you regain 7 HP. And while you were unconscious, you didn't dream at all because you're a warforged.
I think.
And if you did dream, you can dream of a butter snake.
But you do. His eyes flicker back on as he comes back to consciousness.
I'm just gonna make it flavor it in a way where it's like I'm speaking in Wong Ti or something in a way that no one can understand.
All right.
Question:
Which
How do I fix brain on Roll20? It be stupid.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to go back to having hit points.
On D&D Beyond?
Yeah, it won't let me.
Let me just poke around because it's been a while since I've had to do this myself.
Yep.
You just click on that area and you can go up to healing. It'll do a little pop-out menu that you can do the healing on.
Okay. Apply change. I am stupid.
no one actually knows Huang Ti, right? In the group.
No.
Turns out Tommy
Not even
randomly
the
knows it.
Archmage. Not even the Archmage knows what I just said.
Nope.
The only languages I know is Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Giant, as well as Undercommon.
I forgot. Huang Ti have their own language, right?
Yeah, it's one of the weird things about humanoids. They have a lot of personal languages.
Well, I believe that they don't have a personal language, but you would know either you could use Draconic or Abyssal.
I'm gonna say Draconic. Well, actually, no.
Oh,
Does she know Draconic?
I'm not telling you.
I know Draconic. I'm the only one here that probably knows Draconic.
Yuan-Ti do have their own language.
Oh.
And they can also speak Common, Draconic, and Abyssal.
Character sheet doesn't give a language, and honestly, that's a thing with D&D Beyond that annoys me. So yeah, you have a thing. I'm gonna add it in manually.
I'm gonna have it be in very broken Draconic, that's like bordering on Wong Ti. That's very accented.
So kind of
Yeah.
like a
Tonic with more S's.
Sorry,
It's
but can
almost
you
like a dialect.
okay, but
Yeah.
can you mention what you say inside Dragonic? Because Lima knows Dragonic, so she would actually understand a little bit what you're saying.
It's kind of like Rise Again, little one, or something like that. The matron needs you, or something.
I would think for you, Lima, it'd be very, very like almost like pig Latin.
you can understand it. You kind of get it, but it's a different. It would be a different, somewhere between different dialect and different language, where it's
Yeah.
similar, but it's just weird at the most, and you can't quite. It's weird at the least, and you can't quite get it at the most.
I would
Got
say it
it.
would be like a Yuan Ti dialect that uses some draconic words.
So only hear like a word or two in there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I think it roughly translates to Rise Again, little one.
And Tommy's eyes flicker awake. The kind of self repair process goes a little bit quicker, and the gash is completely closed up.
Lima's gonna hug Tommy, just and then stop hugging and go, please never do something that reckless again. Tommy, please don't.
I continue to give the Archmage a fucking stink eye.
She gives you a nod of thanks.
I flutter my tongue in response, like sticking my tongue out of there. Like for a split second, like just fork tongue. Bleh. What?
I have no idea. So Emma, we did encounter their boss.
I assumed as much.
I'm still making
And-
movies.
He's still hell bent on making an example of me.
I would like to ask you a question, since you do not seem to understand his motives too well.
Go ahead.
For you, if an individual defeated you in a street fight and then basically began to proclaim that they were your better, would you not want to make a show of it and demonstrate that they are wrong?
Fair points.
Not that there is anything wrong with your way of thinking, it is just that it seems that you have been blocking that possibility out. Dismissing the motive rather than trying to understand it. I do not mean this in a rude way, just as criticism.
Clearly, she hasn't been on the streets.
She will glare at you.
I flicker my tongue as a sassy remark.
Tommy
Oh,
continues to make
God.
poop noises.
Mamba sass for the win. She's just like, I've had enough of your shit. The feeling's mutual.
I will take my leave now. My apologies. It seems that you all need to rest up.
No, it's fine. We're the ones who needed your help.
He's seeing you.
You there, zip it or I'll make you. And as we've seen,
say otherwise.
as we've seen, I'm pretty sure that's going to be easy.
Your injuries say otherwise. But I'm too tired to remark.
Do you all take a long rest?
Yeah.
Definitely, after using at least one instance. Wait, before I take the long rest, I'm going to try one more healing word, because I'm going to exploit the power of reloading that shit, so I'm going to use it before it reloads.
Well, the long rest will heal you to full anyway.
Well, I guess there's no point then.
Tommy,
You
how
can do it for fun.
how often do you loop the boop?
I loop the boop until I finally wake up in the morning. It's like,
Constructs do not dream still.
constructs do not dream. They think of things, which is like dreaming, but with more fluidity.
Well, I don't think they even noticed I whispered something in their ear, so.
Yeah, he was. It's not like a human going unconscious where they're still present. He is just shut down.
I think nothing.
I'm just gonna use the healing word before I take the long
Uh,
rest and say, I'm just going to say it for the joke. Whisper into the ear using the healing construct. Butter snack.
But the snook.
I heal you with the power of butter snack. Oh wait, no, wrong one. It's 1d4. Go. Then I go take a rest, look at the tattoos I got in prison, and then think, how am I gonna explain shit to my handler? Then go to sleep.
Tommy, are you okay with being unconscious and looping the boobs all the way through the long rest?
Oh yeah, no, totally. He's going to be
No.
pooping constantly throughout the night.
Yeah, so he's just
Just
repeating
at certain
this.
points, you just hear a boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Like really
Mamba
tiny,
immediately
adorable
just tries
dubstep.
to tighten his pillow around his head, trying to drown out the poop.
I've invented baby dubstep.
God damn.
Try to tune it out as much as you can, Frederick.
Yeah, you're under my roof.
So after like Lima takes a long rest, she's actually be cleaning up the house a little bit as best she can.
All right.
Mamba probably grabs one of the books on like magical research and reads it.
All right. Zuko, while you're asleep during the
Oh.
long rest, you are visited by a dream.
God damn it.
You will see a young girl over the body of two adults. She's crying. And then the scene shifts and you see the same girl, maybe a little older now, digging through book after book. You see her trying to cast spells, failing, and then succeeding at them. You see her now a teenager, helping some guards bring an individual in, and you just see this woman progress through her life, researching, catching criminals, and just this loop of it. And you begin to recognize her as Emma. And then the dream will fade.
Butter snake thirsty.
I just flicker open like, to exploit Archmage or not to exploit? And I think to myself, I then take a glass of water and drink it.
I don't think Tommy meant that kind of thirsty.
Wait,
Tommy
what?
probably thought that kind of thirsty and didn't realize the implications. Remember, he's learned all the null curse words now. He doesn't know what they mean. He just knows what they vaguely mean.
I guess the morning we'll have Archon and Frederick doing some training.
All right. At about this point,
Mamba makes himself tea. Zuko makes himself tea.
you would
as he
have to
just kind of
go-
is thinking about the whole thing.
you would have to go
Oh.
out to make some tea because there are no supplies left because this place has been abandoned for months, and probably for a few weeks before that, the only inhabitant was a Warforged.
I go out to procure tea supplies.
Does anyone else? How does everyone else progress with their morning?
Tommy wakes up.
Cleaning up the house a little bit. For Tommy, nothing much.
Tommy tries to walk.
As
And Tommy realizes his leg is not working.
yeah, as one of your leg hits the ground, one of your legs hits the ground just fine. The other one, you're having trouble moving it, and you get it over to the edge, and then as you place any weight on it, it just gives, and you fall.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
feel like
Oh yeah, there's a loud clank from him falling.
yeah. Liam's gonna
Tommy
run
tries-
over to check up on Tommy.
Tommy's
you're-
like, I got this. He pulls out shield and uses it as a crutch to pull his leg up. He just uses basically the end of the shield since he is so small to just like more or less as a crutch. Just kind of just walks with it.
Can I
Let's still
see
try to
this?
support Tommy a little bit.
Would I be able to see this like from outside from the window?
Not
Or no?
quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Did Tommy do good?
You're doing great. You're doing great. Like Liam was trying to support you a little bit as you are like trying to walk a little bit.
Tommy has learned things. Punching is hard. Punching big thing harder. Tommy now knows he is not meant to punch. Punching is for people with big fists. Tommy's
Kinda like
strong,
that kind of, right?
but have tiny fists. Tommy must think of new way to help. Tommy will learn. As Tommy just like continues waddling around to get to where his mom's old workbench used to be.
And Liam is still like supporting you all the way through there. It's like, come on, you got this, you got this.
Arkrom, what's your passive perception?
14.
14. Yeah, there would be a point where you'd notice that Tommy is, from your perspective, limping. From just what you can see outside, it looks like he's limping.
I'm guessing like while he sees this and he's just like he stops for a minute in the middle of training just to look.
And he also like sees like Lima kind of helping like Tommy a little bit because of the limp.
One moment.
Mhm.
At this time, Archmage Emma will come by. Arkron, hello.
Emma,
I believe I have a
return his
way.
tea.
I believe I have a way for you to combat this opponent. And
Good.
she will pull out.
because remember how you said he wants to make a show of me?
Okay, I'm back.
She's gonna look at her. He's gonna look at her, and it's not the normal calm. It's like normal calmness, but like there is definitely like a little flame of rage in his eye.
Well, Therianthropes are, for the most part, immune to physical damage. Unless
But
it is
not
magical.
invincible.
Or,
There is an exception.
yes,
Tommy points finger. Daddy
silver.
always mentioned silver.
Indeed. And
Tommy
she will
might actually carry them.
pull out oh boy. So from Archron's perspective, you're used to very kind of like not necessarily street combat. Basically. You
Yeah, I'm used to more like it's gladiator gladiator style
but
combat.
it's still kind of like regimented, no equipment of any kind.
Yes.
So these will be somewhat new to you unless you've seen them on the street, where it is kind of as 4 rings each attached, and then those are attached to kind of a wedge that widens out.
Knuckle duster.
I've mm,
Oh.
I've seen my master pull those out once. Don't know why.
They're illegal
Well-
in some countries.
In many cases, individuals use these so that they can hit harder. Metal's harder than bone and flesh, after all. However, in this case, these are made of silver. That way you can harm him.
Make a show of me after what he did, my friend. I would love to make a show out of him.
Do not fall into pride. That will lead you down the same path.
Oh no, trust me, little friend. This is not pride.
Anger also bad.
Question, Sam?
I return to the scene with tea.
Yes, you can.
Uh,
Joe,
I'm just gonna return with like a heated teacup after like using my thumb and some prestidigitation to heat it up.
Leaf
uh,
juice.
Joe, what were you gonna say?
would it be possible to put like a silver coin on the pommel of a dagger and use the silver on the coin to deal damage to a were creature?
That would only be from like if you're hitting with the pommel. That would not account for the blade.
Wait. Silver. Tommy gets idea.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
I
Because
will.
the impetus of a silvered weapon is that the weapon is either coated in, plated with, or made of silver. You have to
Tommy,
hit
how I
with
know?
the silver to do the damage.
I just want to make sure.
Tommy thought of thing. Tommy thought of thing. Tommy thought of thing.
So
I just
Does
kind
he
of
rush out
noticed
to
Tommy
tell
running
Emma?
around.
Does Tommy
I
rush it?
will. Sorry, what?
Sorry, Tommy got excited and said, "Tommy thought of thing."
Yes, Tommy?
Tommy hands out a couple of gold. Hands out 13 gold coins. Says, "Silver, silver."
And what will we do with all the silver, if I may ask?
Silver! And points over to Mommy's workbench. Tommy know how to make things.
We can certainly try.
Yeah.
Zuko just kind of walks in, like sipping tea, just like, and let's see, he's up and about.
Tommy, is there something wrong? As she notices your limp and using your shield as a crutch.
Tommy learned lesson. Tommy is not meant to harm. Tommy is meant to help, protect, embrace. So Tommy uses what he learned from that. This is reminder not to stray off the path. Also, he fell asleep.
We could try to get an artificer here to help you.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Zuko just kind of
Archon's-
walks up to Tommy, puts his tea down on the nearby table, and then just kneels down to look at the leg.
Roll me Arcana. It would be medicine, but Tommy is
Arcana time,
Warforged.
let's do this. +4. Looks like a limp leg to me.
But
I
just
think.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about this with your healing magic.
Yeah, this is beyond my expertise, but it is sad to see something so nicely made stop working.
Let me consult with a artificer about what it will take to repair you, Tommy. Um, also, Tommy, um, are you going? Are you? Is your plan to go into the protection fighting style instead of unarmed fighting?
Yeah.
I will allow you to do that since you've already been using shields. It won't be
Yay.
too radical of a change.
Yay.
Um,
Tommy has learned.
would you also
Tommy
like me
has
to trade the gold for silver now, or because?
Yes. We have no time.
All right,
Archon going to be punched, and he need all the help he can get.
all right. Tommy, could you roll me an intelligence check, adding proficiency with Smith's tools if you have it?
Yes.
Guidance.
Let's guidance, yes.
Yeah, it's like my favorite spell in all of D&D.
It's really good.
It's like it's jack of all trades, but with more chaos to it.
I'm just going to casually cast prestidigitation on Tommy's leg to make it make a weird noise every time it moves.
Oh wait, sorry.
Like imagine the most like annoying squeak every time the leg even moves.
Oh yeah. For all those who are hearing the boobs, it's the same boobs he was making throughout the night.
By the
Oh,
way,
um,
Archon's gonna grab the knuckle dusters, the silver ones, and tuck them in his sash.
Hmm.
So like, okay, I'm gonna.
You're
I'm
hiding
gonna-
them behind your fist straps.
Um,
Is what you're doing?
oh, there-
So not like this, but like, or actually no, that's smarter. Having them boom and then layered and then underneath the fist wraps.
So that
Yeah.
they're hidden.
Yes, concealed.
Lima.
Yeah?
You help. You
Uh,
help.
Sure.
You help. You help.
She'd like
Emma will return. All right. I have the silver. You gave her 13 gold.
Yep.
That would be 130 silver coins. Let me do some quick math on that.
but Lima's right now feeling
Zuko's
what
not giving the Archmage stink eye. Which
Also,
probably
Tommy,
comes as a
it will.
surprise.
If we get an artificer here, we can get them here immediately, but it will take a few days for them to fully repair your leg, if you would like that.
Tommy will learn till then. And for now, we must build. Tommy
Um,
used what Mommy taught.
For clarification, are you saying for now, for that basically repairing is for a bit later?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, text.
So
Arm.
basically, in the
Defend.
meantime, while waiting for the artificer to come, we are. Tommy is doing what he wants to do.
They can get the artificer there immediately. It's just gonna take a while to fully repair Tommy, and so he's saying, put off the repair for now. We fight now.
Gotcha.
For
Yeah.
now. For now. Fixie boy, help me. We build. As I take everyone's weapons and I start coating.
Tommy, you could probably make
I don't think I
a
have a
single weapon within today. It would be very crude, and it would likely have to be a blunt weapon, not a sharp implement.
As Tommy
think
looks
I
at
have a
one of the
stick.
hammers on
That's all I
his on the table, Tommy gets idea. A new symbol. Tommy gathers and decides to make a hammer.
Light hammer or warhammer?
Light.
All right.
That way there's more silver for others. Simple. Small. Used for building.
Yeah. Phew. Yeah. Let me just think over the logistics of this for a moment.
Wait,
So
you keep taking-
it will take a few hours because you have to melt the silver down, you have to get it into a square shape, and then put in the eye of the hammer. But you can do it in today. It'll just take about 4 hours to do.
Is it possible
Thank
for
you,
me?
what?
Is
Is
this game
there
I
a
help? Sorry, but it's
do
game
we
I
have
help.
an artificer here?
It's game I help like Tommy by using control flame. It's gonna help with the temperature and the proper temperature to help melt the silver a little bit faster.
The help will be appreciated, but it will not affect the time because a
Gotcha.
lot of the time frame of forging is just hitting the metal
Mhm.
and just forming
Tommy
it.
John.
You see, Tommy used hammer to build hammer.
Yep. But like Tommy, like Lima's definitely helping out a little bit for like cantrips, like helping with control flames and stuff a little bit. They kind of help it keep it.
So the silver knuckle dusters just allowed me to do damage to him, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
It's basically your unarmed strikes now count as silvered.
Cool.
Um,
The daggers
that's 4 hours to make the light hammer. Do you make any other weapons, Tommy?
Okay. Who's next?
Well,
Lima.
yeah.
Lima.
Yeah.
What do you defend with?
Just the only remaining weapon she has, which is a dagger. But I prefer something like similar to like a hammer, a little bit more flexible, if you know. The dagger's good and all, but I usually keep these dull because I don't like hurting people that much.
Now, what you
Here.
could do here is either coat the dagger in silver. That would take just enough time to melt the silver, and then you gotta coat it and let it cool. That would take about 30 minutes, I would say. Or you could make another hammer, which I would have to roll another d4 plus 2 for the time it takes.
Okay. I hand him the hammer that I finished making.
Okay, so I'm
I'm
getting
here
the
to
hammer.
protect. You are meant to fight.
Okay, I'll try to do my best. So I'm gonna add a light hammer to my inventory, right?
Yes, silver light hammer.
Okay, add that to equipment. I'm gonna put down the silvered area. Customize. It is silver. There we go.
Okay.
And equipping light hammer instead of my dagger for now.
Tommy thinks of what he can do with the remaining metal. Let's see. How much silver do I still have left?
I would say you have about. Because how much is 130 coins? That's
Use
the
my
question.
melee weapons. Come to think of it, why do I still have 2?
You would have about 3/4 left, I would think. No,
What's the Yukwa again?
you have about 2/3 left.
Okay, so that's. Sorry.
I would actually say 1/3 because the hammer and then coating the other weapon.
He didn't coat the dagger yet. He
didn't
just
coat the dagger.
gave Lima the light hammer.
You said I
Okay,
have
okay.
2/3 left, right?
There's 2/3 left.
30 divided by 3.
There would be
times
approximately like around 80 coins left.
86.
86. If we're being exact.
Every piece
Wait,
counts. I'll stop it
We
down
technically
because
we can technically silver a shield technically.
You can silver a shield, but it will not do much benefit because silver only matters on the offense against a Therianthrope.
True.
Hmm.
Think.
About the Yukwa. I forgot I
I-
actually had like a weird spear.
I built a hammer to build.
Tommy, have you thought about coating your own hands?
I have. But I've learned I'm not meant to punch.
Also, if he
You are.
coated his own hands in silver, they would be stuck in fists unless he broke the silver off.
I
You
do
would
think
have to
I
make
have-
you would have to make individual plates or carefully coat each plate on his hand to keep him from locking up because it's just
Got it.
hardened silver.
Well, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Thought I had unseen servant. I don't know what to do with it.
It's a
Use
utility
it
spell.
to help you with it. It's a fun spell. And it's a ritual. If you know the ritual ability.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have a use for it somewhere.
Hmm.
You probably save the silver for
No.
later usage. Yeah.
Yes, save the silver.
I
I
have,
have an
idea.
idea.
Speak. Speak. Tommy must build.
No, we save the silver.
Tommy looks with fiery determination.
Is it possible to make a net with it? A silver
Silver-
net?
Take too long. Too many links.
Fair, yeah, fair. Yeah.
However, a regular net would still be just as effective against him
Hmm.
because the net doesn't do damage; it just restrains.
Mamba in the corner using a pipe to make like
Well, what I was
Rings.
thinking is if we have a net with certain links being silver, and if it's on him, it'll kind of whittle his defenses down a bit.
Hmm.
We'll just save the silver in case we need it later. Okay. For now, I
That's
think we're
true.
good now.
throw it at him.
Hmm. Checking.
Which
Wait. So
one's
what
just
did?
like,
Wait. Did I just
throw
make
it
a
at him?
hammer or did I make a war hammer?
You made
You made
a
a
light
short
hammer.
Light hammer.
That's what you
One-handed
said you
one.
made.
Yeah.
Wait. I go over to one of the nulls. I point to the one with the warhammer.
Presents it.
Mold. Make mold.
Uh, they don't even know the concept of a mold because their weapons are either made of they've either been made of like stone and wood or scavenged.
I use the remaining silver to make a warhammer.
All right.
You can give it to one of the gnolls.
This one is
Ooh,
mine.
This takes 7 hours. Well, how intricate of a warhammer are you making? And this is less of like detailed and more. Are you just making a hitting implement, or are you like spike on the back, like full on normal type warhammer?
I am making a blunt implement that can be also used for smithing.
All
on
right.
this shit.
So that would be then you rolled the d4. That would be 3 hours to make.
1 sec.
At one point, I'm just sitting around reading books, drinking tea, and at one point,
I have. Okay, so 14 instead of 15.
Oh,
I think we're still gonna
Is
try
the
help out flames.
is the training Frederick thing still on cooldown?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, can make it. Make more.
the Archmage still around?
Yes.
At one point, I'm just not giving. At one point, I just am not giving them a stink eye, and then at one point, saying like very crude, draconic, "I'm sorry about your parents."
It was a long time ago.
I'm
I've
speaking in
accepted it.
draconic, though.
Yes.
He just kind of nods respectfully.
Do you think that
Okay.
dream was random?
bit.
Roll me insight first.
+2. Oh, that's my weaker stat. Got it. It's not magical, is it?
No, this is you reading her at first.
I can't read shit. I'm just raising an eyebrow like, stupid archmage.
All right. After the 3 hours, Tommy, you have completed the crude warhammer, and you give it to one of your gnolls.
Oh no, I was trying to make a new one.
Yeah. You make it, and you give it, and I presume you give it to one of the gnolls.
I guess I presume I'm
Yeah.
just trying
This
to.
one is much different. I
I'm-
go up to Lima, and I throw the warhammer into her hands.
She catches
And
it a
take, like,
little off
9.
guard. Thank you.
Hey,
So I'm gonna add a warhammer.
You gave him good joy. You protect others. This will be your smithing tool. Forge your own path. As Tommy looks at you with a fiery determination. You've got this.
At that point, Lima, do you pass on the light hammer to anyone?
Tommy
I
took the lightsaber back.
Okay.
I can't make the warhammer silvered. Oh boy.
I'll take care of it.
Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna unequip and delete the white hammer from my inventory, and
I'll take care of your warhammer. Don't worry.
okay. No, I'm talking about the light hammer here because I'm
I
light hammer
deleted
had.
it
Oh, you already deleted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
because Tommy took it.
Hey Sam.
This will be the tool I use to smith a new destiny.
Yes.
Hey Sam. I'm guessing I'm just like getting used to the feeling of having him underneath the wraps.
Oh yeah, it's weird. It's weird you're not used to it, but it should just be similar punching.
Yeah. It's just it's
thought-
weird feeling material in between my fingers.
I
Or
go up to Buttersnake and say, I would make you something too, but you have laser pew pews.
Pew pews.
You're good.
I just kind of look at the spear that I have thing and just kind of shrug.
I can make
I
it
don't
better
even
later.
use it much. I don't really use this anyway, but if you want to do something with it, have fun. And I just kind of like offer it as like if he wants to take it and do something with it.
Do we have time?
No,
And
it's-
if you
it's
code
like
it, you would have time to today. If you don't, if you try to make a new one, it's gonna take a while.
I'd just code it.
Yeah, code it. Probably the best option.
Hmm.
You also,
I have idea.
you also wouldn't have enough material to make a new one.
I use what remains of the silver to coat the spear. I have idea.
Hmm?
As Cody, I take some time to coat the spear.
Well, it's a 18-inch bladed spear, but yeah.
I turned all my gold into silver. This is probably the.
He's using 40 silver worth of material, like, and not as in monetary, as in 40 silver as melted silver as material.
12.
Hmm.
You say you don't use spear much, right?
Yes.
I have ideas. Do you wish to still use spear?
Sure. If it comes down to it.
He flips it and sticks in front of you. Use well. Use it to pierce through the hardest of times.
I take the Yuklo spear and look at it. Seeing it's
I
not the
also
same
may or may
one
not
that was
have
given
put a
by
tiny
my
snake.
family.
I may or may not have carved a tiny picture of a snake curling around a piece of butter.
It's basically just like it's silver on
Wait, is
top
it
of
in
the steel.
handle or the blade? Wait, is it in the handle?
It's like really. It's like at the tip. It's like at the connecting point. I just like put a little extra silver in that one spot.
I kind of noticed it and chuckled, like.
All right.
I then pat the small automaton.
Will you need me for anything in your fight?
Blessings.
Let me see what I
just
can do
squint
for
at
you.
The Archmage. I don't even glare. I don't even give a stick. I just squint.
Let me see what I can do for you. As I look in the wizard spell list.
Spell list, looking at the spell list. Holy shit, that's
I'm
a
just
lot.
going to casually cast Prestidigitation right on top of her head. Put an illusionary flower that farts.
Oh yeah, you can do more than one. You can make a sound and a image if you do it right.
Yes, I'm creating a farting flower on her head.
She barely notices.
Yeah.
She's focused in her brain mode.
I'm going to need to think of something a lot more funnier.
Well, a lot more distracting.
A tiny little miniature sun that is screaming.
Screaming in a very faint voice that only those who are staring can notice.
I can give one of you the ability of foresight for this combat.
I
You
point
should probably give that to our crown over there.
What
He's the one
would
who
that
told you-
entitle?
Huh?
You would basically know what's going to happen before it happens.
I could probably use it to try and cast like a ricochet spell. Or something.
The ability to
Yeah.
know about something's going to happen before even knowing, before it happens.
Yes.
I look at. I mean, if you want it, Zuko, I wouldn't be opposed.
Well, it gives me enough time to get the materials in case I need to patch you back up. And knowing how that, given how well I can assume this thing you're fighting is going to be, I imagine you are going to be pretty banged up afterwards.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna go through like a small handbook and roll a engineering check or arcana check to look up werebore or something, because I only heard it partially.
You can roll me Arcana.
Ah, sweet.
Arcana!
Lycanthropy is actually really fun in D&D.
Really?
All I know is man turns into pig.
Yeah, man turns into pig.
Pig!
Man, he's part pig,
Yeah,
but
but
not
I
part
can
bear.
tell from this tiny handbook, yeah, you're gonna get really banged up. Because
Um,
if man anything like pig, then pig gonna fuck you up good. Zuko logic is flawless.
Zuko, Emma, if you don't mind, I would probably like to pick that up.
All right, and she will cast foresight on you. So, for 8 hours, for the duration, the target can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target for the duration.
Seemed
I doubt
like
I
the
can ask for anything considering what I've been up to.
Now to think about it, that is probably one of the single-handedly most powerful combat utility spells in existence.
Oh yeah, that's why it's a 9th level.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
What a good
I guess
spell.
after that, we're heading off to the boss. Oh boy.
All right.
I just kind of look at the Archmage going, I doubt I can ask for anything considering my current record.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can provide anything else. It's more the problem here.
That makes sense.
I
Here, have a,
tug on
here,
her
have a
dress.
rat in a jar. I just give her a rat in a jar.
All
As
right.
one of the weird things Zuko sells to people. A rat in a jar.
Thank you. I guess.
Tommy tugs on the apron. Or
And
Right,
yes,
or
the rat is still alive. It's actually like, please God, let me out.
She'll uncork it and just kind of bring the jar to the floor and let the rat out.
now my pet rat Steve has more friends.
I looked at imagine now the rat after you said that just climbs up in Tommy and just rests right next to where the lizard is.
Steve, watch over the house.
He
Oh, no,
gave
the
the
lizard's the
lizard
druid.
to the druid.
Oh yeah,
So
I
it
forgot.
can talk. I want it to be able to talk.
I can't believe I scammed the boy with a lizard.
And he became happier for it. If anything, you got on.
Yeah.
All right.
Zuko is one of the most unlikely wholesome characters.
Do you all head out to the lair?
Wait, hold on, wait. We need to get Tommy repaired or
Tommy's
Did
repair
our
is going to
Tommy-
take days to get
Oh.
done,
Yep.
and he has said that we do this now, I get repaired later.
Exactly.
all right.
I suggest then, Tommy, you should stay next to me since I can heal you.
I'll stay close nearby. Protect those who need it. Archon will need it when needed. I'll give support.
Understood. I suppose we don't need you anymore. I look to the Archmage.
No, not yet.
I looked at Emma. I'm like, thank you very much. And
Future
then
lady.
I'll look at her directly in the eye. I'm just like, she'll know that look.
She'll nod.
Future
Ye-
lady. Prepare detachment. Take my nose. My bice. My fluffy bros. They won't be able to help in the fight, but they can at least make sure that no one else tries to escape.
All right. We will have them guarding the edges as we did before. I've already had men posted outside the trapdoor guarding it.
Yeah, but are they fluffy and scary like them? As I point over at my boys who are smiling and drooling in a scary way.
All right then. And do you all head off to the park to investigate the lair?
I sort of just stick my tongue out at the Archmage as she's leaving.
Ah, just fuck already.
No,
Oh God,
that'd be weird.
that would be weird.
Tommy.
At least my animals.
Tommy, roll me an intelligence or history check, whichever you'd prefer.
Let's see. I can roll history, which I'm competent in, or I can just be an idiot.
Up to you.
You know, I actually live here. I'll actually do a history check.
Question: do I get?
Too
a minute
bad,
to
I
check
rolled
on
a
my
1.
handler, or is the handler just there?
The handler has not
God.
approached you for a bit.
I
Yeah, I
imagine
rolled
they're
a
gonna
nat
be very
1, I rolled
cross
a joke.
considering I've been in prison.
All right, so do you all head off to the park to the trapdoor?
Yes.
All right.
Do I recognize anything with my criminal background?
I mean it's a trapdoor in the middle of the wood, in the middle of a park.
Ah, yes, a trap door in the middle of a park.
I presume at the very most you would know if they have any backup exits or usual usual things that go on.
Roll me a intelligence check then, Zuko, since Tommy pointed that out.
Intelligence, just basic.
Yeah.
The player is much smarter than the actual character. Let the record show that Tommy is an idiot. An adorable idiot. Fuck, I don't-
13. I don't know if I could see another thing that I get a vague idea there's something there.
There may be something there. You're not sure. It's hard to judge, especially just seeing that it's a trapdoor.
Hmm.
So Lima's gonna open up the trap door and
But
Let's just
there
hope there's
there
no
has been
boa.
a detachment of guards around, just making sure no one wanders too close, and also that no one gets out. But also they're not going in because the boss already killed
Werewolf.
2 of them.
They are smart. They know better.
Good luck in there.
thank you.
Oh,
you.
I
we
give
don't
the
need that.
guards stink eye.
If we find the bodies, we'll try to bring them up here. So,
Well, the guards are killed like on street level. They were killed in an alley.
sorry, did not know that. I thought they were
Yeah.
killed inside.
It was the guards that were with Archron, but then who disappeared when you guys did the performance.
Oh, did not know that. Sorry, my brain.
You mean
So,
the
yeah.
saxophone performance?
That's why she was trying to. That's why she was like, I can't really explain why they went away because she's trying to keep it under wraps.
Gotcha.
Flashback to Zuko's flute saxophone performance.
Remembers the art of tap dancing as a tiny robot.
No one's- The guards will tell you that no one's been in or out. That they've just kind of stood there. They've been taking shifts, and no one's been in or out all night. All the time it's taken for you to make your weapons.
I thank you for hanging out here and guarding.
Well, it's not been
Right.
us the whole time.
Well, let's go in.
All right.
Feeling forgets. Lima,
I give
like
the guards at
opens
the
up
door
the
of the
trap
stink
door.
eye, and then I continue onward.
Lima was one who
Yep.
opened the trap door
Okay.
for everybody else real quick. Well, let's go in. Let's go in first.
Do you leave Frederick with the Knowles as a detachment?
Probably be the best to do that, actually. Yeah. So, Reggie, please stay out here.
Mhm.
We don't want you to get hurt out here.
Frederick, as much as I want you to see me bash this motherfucker's brains in, I need you to stay here.
Understood.
Tommy gives Frederick the dagger.
He'll
You
he'll
might
hand it back. I'd rather learn from my teacher, if that's okay.
Wise. And a man of faith.
I look
Done
at the
well.
spear and see the butter snake and grin a bit.
You have obtained a new magic focus.
Butter snake.
Alright. I head down.
As a heads up, I will need to leave in about 5 minutes.
Okay, it seems like that's actually a good spot to call the session then.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what would be a good magic focus?
Hmm.
An actual silver statue of a snake wrapping around a stick of butter.
Noted. I will keep
Actually
that in
firing
mind.
magic missiles out of a butter snake.
I will
Uh,
keep that
that's funny.
noted.
That would be great. It's a wand, but it also looks like a stick of butter with a snake around it.
It's a gold-plated stick that is a silver snake wrapping around it. But the stick is very blunt at the end and kind of looks square, like butter.
This is also nice because it gives me time to prepare an arena for next session.
God, just imagine that. I just fired magic missiles out of the snake's mouth.
How did
Yeah,
everyone
the
feel
butter
about today?
snake.
How did everyone feel about the session today?
Good story.
Well, I guess. I've been in prison
Hey.
for the most part, so good to be back.
Also, Tommy, very thankful for the for what you did with the information I gave you secretly.
Yeah.
If you're curious about what it is, you need to ask in character.
God, why do I keep hearing the stupid? Anyone actually seen JoJo?
It sounds like Morse code.
Sounds to me like that. The evil guy in JoJo Golden Wind, like the dumb kid guy.
Which evil dumb kid?
The
There's
one
a
with
lot
the
of
pink
them.
hair. The one with the pink
They
hair.
all have
Oh.
weird hair.
I know exactly
No.
which one you're talking. I know who you're talking about. The one
Like
with the
cool
green
face,
shirt,
like-
right?
Yeah, the one with the still personality yet.
Well,
yeah, hit that
luckily,
dumbass.
I just realized since this is
One
the
point literally picked up a frog and was like ring.
I just realized since this is the backup date, we could actually probably get session 11 in on Friday.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I can't.
Wait, what?
Ah, dang it! Right,
Damn it.
Yeah, sadly, this Friday they have me at 10 a.m.
right.
Yeah, I got 10 a.m. tomorrow.
So hopefully next
Funny
Tuesday
enough.
then.
Funny enough,
Hey.
almost close to butter. They have me working cheese that day.
Hey Sam.
Hmm.
I know this is gonna be it's still an uphill battle, but I can't wait to spin this guy's jaw.
Oh yeah, literally all you guys have done with Silver is make sure you can damage him with your weapons. It's
Yeah.
he's still a pretty
Oh, yeah,
powerful
I
foe.
barely need it, but I love the butter snake symbol on my spear.
Here's the thing. Archron's just like, okay, you really want to make an example of me. Alright, here I am. Come at me.
Come on, me, bro.
But
No.
one thing I definitely want to one thing I definitely want to do with you, like personally in this combat encounter when it does happen, you grappling him, aiming him at me, so I just constantly spam him with cantrips, whittling him down a little bit each time you do his 1d4 punching, you know?
Oh yeah, by the way.
Wait, hold on. Wait, does
enjoy
the silver
versatility.
affect my grappling or no?
The Silver will affect your grappling.
Yes.
Because
we
you
can't
can
do
now
that.
gut punch him.
Oh my god. Wait, question. Do I still have all my bardic inspiration charges again?
You will have gotten them back on long rest.
Yes.
Uh,
And
So we
Tommy
can-
still has his secret weapon.
So, quick question though. Someone's used the coin effect from the master coin already.
Yeah.
Is it currently gone right now, or
The coin never disappears.
whenever
It
disappears?
just recharges.
The coin never
Like-
disappears. You just use the inspiration.
Gotcha. So two coins out.
The
Yeah,
coin is not the
No,
inspiration.
that
The
means
coin
that-
just gave you inspiration.
gotcha.
It's like a holy symbol that gets shiny when good things are about to happen.
Good to know.
Anyway, that'll be it for the stream. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will be back
get
next
that.
week hopefully. And I will be on
Make
Sunday.
returns with a vengeance.
I will be on Sunday playing more Tales of Berseria because I love that game, and I've given myself an excuse to play it again. And I also hate myself for limiting myself to 3 hours a week.
Oh yeah,
Fair enough.
I also I finally modded my Skyrim enough so that way I can do cool shit again.
Nice. Anyway, see you later, chat.